Anyway, we're going to be talking about, and I got to get this right, the Lustgarten Foundation Pancreatic Cancer Research Walk, 20th anniversary of
14th.
14th. Well, that was the 20th was the other one.
Yes.
Okay, the 14th.
But we'll do it until we reach 20, if
You're
not
gonna
beyond.
hit 20. It's okay. And we'll just replay this later.
Good, and we won't look any older.
Of the Capital District, right?
Yes.
Right.
Woo! They come on every year, Shari and Neil Piper. We're so happy to have them here to talk about this great walk to raise money for research of pancreatic cancer. And we have two survivors with us. Thank you both ladies for being here. And it's like, oh, I am so happy for you. Yeah, good. So let's talk about the walk.
Okay. You want to talk about the walk?
I would love to talk about
Who's
the
going to
walk.
talk about the walk?
This year, we're going to have it at the Elm Avenue Town Park,
Yeah, and that's in Delmar.
just like every other year.
Yes.
Yeah, just like, that's a new place, right?
Yeah, at the large pavilion.
Yeah.
And the reason we have it at the large pavilion is if it rains, we're protected because it's covered.
Yeah.
So
you
that's a
walk
great
around
thing.
the pavilion, is that it?
Well,
Plenty to
I
do
guess
in the
we would walk
pavilion.
around it, yeah, with
But there's
umbrellas.
lots of activity within the
No, I
pavilion
know,
as
I'm
well.
We have lots of
Teasing.
things going on. As you know, we love the Schenectady Puppet People. They're going to be there. Code
Yeah, and
Blue.
you've been watching a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Code Blue Band is
Okay.
going to be there. We're going to have face painters, purple hair extensions, purple for pancreatic cancer.
Okay.
Chair massages.
Okay.
Pick a prize auction, that's a real big one. The pick a prize auction, we're going to have a 50-50 raffle as usual. A special raffle for jewelry and for a special barbecue kind of thing.
Kind of thing. What would that be?
Well,
Probably a grill.
Oh,
probably
okay.
a grill. We're going to have a pet parade contest
Okay.
for cutest pet and fanciest dressed pet.
Oh, that's nice. I like that
We
idea.
have lots of cider donuts, lots of coffee,
Price Chopper.
refreshments.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, Dunkin' Donuts and
Dunkin'
Price
Donuts
Chopper
coffee,
stuff.
Price Chopper, apple cider donuts, and apple cider.
Right. And we have some big sponsors this year. So we have, can I say the sponsors?
Absolutely. Go right
Okay,
ahead.
Rensselaer Honda is our big sponsor. We have Albany Gastroenterology Associates.
Sure.
We
Peter's.
have St. Peter's Health Partners, Medical Associates, and we have Ostroff Associates as well. So
And these are physicians that are probably specializing in
Yes.
Yes.
this area of study.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, the St. Peter's pancreatic cancer surgeons and Albany Gastro, where many of the diagnoses are found.
Right. Let's talk to the guests that you brought behind us, and we have Sue Patterson. Sue, have you been on before? I know you have,
yes,
but yeah,
yes.
you have been on before too, Sue. And how long have you been a survivor?
I was diagnosed in 2011, 6
Okay.
years ago,
Yeah.
in November.
So you went through all the treatments
Yeah,
and
I went
everything.
through
Yeah.
chemo and
Good for you.
radiation and,
Microphone.
chemo and
Yeah.
radiation, and then I had my surgery in February of 2012.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah, you're
Good to be
looking
here.
great. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Therese, how about you?
Diagnosed in March 2012.
Okay.
Then had surgery about 3 weeks later.
Okay.
But
So they moved quickly.
They did, which I was very blessed. It was caught very early. I didn't need any chemo or radiation.
That's
strictly
unusual
surgical.
because they usually say it's hard to catch. Is that true?
It's
That to
very-
catch it early?
It was very unusual, which is why my passion right now is making sure we focus the Lustgarten on early detection because it really is the key.
Is there a blood test at all?
Not yet.
Not
They're
yet.
working on
They're
it.
working on it, but
Yeah.
not quite yet. They haven't quite yet got there.
Yeah, because a blood test would certainly be nice if you could find out some.
Yeah.
I mean,
say.
the most important thing about pancreatic cancer, some people may not know, it is now the third leading cause of cancer deaths in the country. It is
The
now
third?
surpassed.
Oh, my
It
goodness.
has surpassed breast cancer now. It is also the lowest.
It's
5-year
surpassed breast
It's
cancer?
surpassed breast cancer.
And yet we hear
And
so
it's-
much about breast cancer, don't
Well,
we?
because
I
we
mean,
have
not- and not-
because we have more survivors.
Yeah, yeah.
And because also too, the pancreatic cancer I learned when I was diagnosed. When I was diagnosed, it was a 4% survival rate after 5 years. Now it's up to between 8 and 9%, which sounds like a lot in 5 years, but not really. It is the lowest survival rate of all the deadliest cancers and the least funded.
Yeah.
And primarily,
That's why the Lustgarten
It's so
raising
important.
money is so
It's
important.
it really is. And they've really focused on the early detection and treatments. We had the first drug probably in multiple years, Keytruda, which is a new drug that's been geared towards pancreatic cancer, among others. But since 1974, there's only been 4 other drugs that were specific to pancreatic
Well,
cancer.
you would think that, and looking at it from my background in pharmaceutical industry, that you're going to look for drugs that where you have a third cause of death. I mean, it's
Well, we've moved up because of the lack of successive funding.
yeah. So now they need to ratchet it up a little bit.
And
to
it's
do-
also important for patients when they're diagnosed to talk to their doctors about clinical trials, what's available to them. But also one of the main reasons is because of that survival rate. People unfortunately don't survive long enough to be in the clinical trials or for the clinical trials to progress to see whether treatment's going to work or a new drug is going to work.
Well, you're going to be the leaders.
Yes.
You're
So
going to be the leaders.
So that's where Lustgarten comes in, because Lustgarten Foundation has already contributed $132 million to research. They've committed $40 million this year, with hopefully another $100 million within the next 5 years. And 100% of every penny raised for Lustgarten goes directly to research. So the way that we're going to reach those goals of raising all that money, committing all that money, is by coming out and supporting us, supporting walks like ours all across the country, so that we can come back in a couple of years and say we have an early detection method that has moved us down the list.
Okay, I have to announce who's coming on next week, and then I'm coming right back to you.
Okay.
Carla Page is going to be on next week. We're going to do an interview. She's an area celebrity, and they're doing a big event for her. Family and Child Service of Schenectady, the Albany Poets, Schenectady Historical Society with their Arts and Crafts Festival, and the Schenectady Jewish Community Center is going to be here to talk about their event, and those are the Apples and Honey event that's coming up, I believe, coming up soon. So anyway, so we want to get people out to come
Yes.
to your event, and that's very important, and so they can just show up, or should
They can register online. They can register on that day. We'll take them however they want to come, rain or
Right.
shine. We want them to come, bring their money, and bring their commitment to helping us find an early detection and a cure for pancreatic
And
cancer.
participate, because it's a fun walk.
It is.
There's not a lot of competition. You stroll around.
It's handicap accessible, it's stroller accessible,
Yep.
it's kid
Pet
friendly.
accessible.
Okay.
1.2 miles one time around, and a lot of people do it twice around. It's just a lot of fun.
support them. We need to find a cure for an early detection for pancreatic cancer. I'm Ann Perillo. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.